Alright guys, so in this video, I'm jumping straight into the, new and refurbished Conqueror Game Mode in Diablo Immortal. This is the fully free-to-play game mode for PvP, and I'm jumping in as the Blood Knight. The Blood Knight was not out the first time this Conqueror Game Mode came into the game, and now that it is, obviously it made sense for me to try out the brand new game mode, refurbished game mode, with the new class. So let's get straight into it. This was pre-recorded on my phone, but I'm going to provide commentary for over all of it, just to give you guys a little bit more context and sort of my train of thought as I was going through the new game mode. And without further ado, let's get straight to it. All right, so obviously joined it straight in. You start at level 60. All of your essences do matter. You can see I'm still contributing and whatnot to my immortal reign, which we just actually got done continuing. Now, the one thing I will mention is I will look at my build here in a few, within the first couple of fights, because I realized that I did not line up my essences. So very similar to Wild Brawl, you don't have your two main hands and two off hands. You only get the first main hand and first off hand. For whatever reason, I thought that we did get both still, but we do not. So I realized that my Wave of Blood is not working the way it should have been. So I was thinking I had the Wave of Blood one where I could actually move the circle and use it as a pop-up, but instead I realized I have the one that sort of shoots out in front of you and still does the pop-up. Now again, if this looks distorted at all, it's because it was recorded on my phone, so it's a little bit less clear than it would have been if I recorded on my computer. But honestly, and it's one of the things I don't like about the new game mode coming back, is that it does have a time restraint. So right now, like for example, is 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. I go into my first fight. Do I die? First fight? No way, imagine. But while you see this going on, I'm going to speak to it. So I can't play on my computer when I would be doing so most of the time. So like right now, like there you go. I'm realizing that I'm using the wrong Wave of Blood. But for me, it's a really hard time constraint to figure out when and why I can't, play all the time. I get why they did it. They said they wanted to provide people with still to push to play the other time limited game modes. But honestly, this was a really big struggle for me. Like I've only played this game mode like twice this whole week, and it's getting ready to reset. And I'm not even going to be getting all of the new event stuff that you'll see at the end of the video for unlocking, because I'm kind of time restrained. So here you can see I pushed a little too far. I figured out which Wave of Blood I was using. So I'm sort of doing a 2v1 here, just trying to keep them up. And then my teammate got the kill there, even though I did all the CC work for them, and then they died. I sort of just try to maintain my diligence the best that I can, do some damage before I think I eventually do die here. Nope, the Demon Hunter tries to re-engage, but my friend comes back, and then I was able to CC him for them to get the kill again. So we are rocking the assist train, but obviously I'm rocking mainly a PvP focused crowd control CC build. So the Demon Hunter here, or the Wizard rather, is obviously going to be able to pick off a lot of the last hits that I'm unable to do so, or my friend Phantom there. So we're doing well as a team here, pushing up on, if you look at the map over here at the top right, you can see that we're pushing up very, very well. We have the two middle towers and the far left one. We sort of gave up on the right one, but we're putting a lot of pressure on the back tower, which is sort of, by design there. You want to sort of suffocate the team down and not let them push out too much. Again, another assist there. I sort of go back and forth if I wanted to fight this guy or not, because I realize how close I am. I believe this ends up turning into my first death, if I remember correctly. But did the best that I could to jump out. Oh, wow. Nope, not even close. Still not dying. So still don't have a kill, but still not dead. Now, if you noticed, as people re-entered the screen, that there was a bit of delay on the visual indicator of them even being there. And again, this is on the glass, on the phone. So that was a little unfortunate to see that we still have the invisible people in this game mode. This is me checking. I'm like, yep, still got 4 assists. Sick. That's all right. It's a team game, so it's not all about me getting the best stats, but it was more just really, am I really just getting assists here? As you can see, I'm not really leaving this spot. I rotate over to recapture this left tower. We did capture the bottom right tower, but really we're just putting a ton of pressure on their base to sort of, like I said, suffocate them in. I see my team is rotating into the middle there I just messed up because I probably was even looking at the map as I was playing. We're going to go pick up this tower, but we can see they picked up the guy in the middle. And we're still putting a ton of pressure. So we got that. And then we're going to rotate back mid and then basically refocus they actually snuck around the backside. You can see here on the map where they did capture our back base. We have 3 towers to 0. Because if you're not aware, there is a bit of a delay before you start counting. So yeah, it's 3 to 0 right now, even though you see us having basically almost 4. So there's the delay. You can actually see the countdown on the map. You get a lot of information from your map. I find myself looking at my map almost more than my character than in this game mode, which is different. It's just, different strategy. So they just got done picking up a kill there. There's a guy getting ready to try to take over middle, so that's obviously the rotation that we do. Basically for the last, like, 20, 30 seconds, we basically did nothing in terms of fighting. But we're going to try to chase this guy down here and CC him up for probably not a kill. Yeah, like I said, we're just going to keep getting all of the assists there. But again, team game here. As a team, we're doing pretty phenomenal. We're not going to get that 6-minute win, which would be the goal. So that way you basically unlock a ton of things all within the first game. But we are definitely doing a number on them for sure. Seeing that guy just straight up disappeared. Like, he's just gone. So some visual bugs, and me and this DH go toe-to-toe here for a little bit. I want to say I ended up killing him, but I wrecked him actually. As my first kill, I completely obliterated him. But we rotate down here, and I feel like this is where I get my first death. I can't really remember. I don't have a lot of deaths in this game, but I do spend a lot of my time rotating around, sort of playing the objective and playing the team game here. Now, the one thing I'll mention is that it is no longer 10v10. It is 8v8, which is part of, there's my first death, part of having less players. There's less people to fight. So it's a little bit less action than I remember in the first go-around of the Conqueror game mode. But yeah, so we're at 1,000, and I want to say the middle thing just spawned or either already did or is about to. Yeah, so it's here now. I get a really random spawn, like completely OP spawn next to the boss and next to the people that are fighting it. In my opinion, I should not have spawned here. That was a very unfair spawn for our enemy team. As you can see, I'm just jumping all over people and just trying. I got 2 kills there, it looks like, and then I'm just trying to cause as much havoc as we can. I believe we got the kill there. Yeah, we jumped up by like 100 something. But they did get the middle tower, and here is another spawn where they were on the aggressive side. They were winning, and then me and one of my teammates spawned on the tower that was getting captured. Definitely, like, I would be very upset. Like, that is not fair at all from like a PvP standpoint for us to be prioritized to the tower that is getting attacked and almost taken. They would have had that. I really think in this game mode, everyone should have spawned back at the beginning, and so I have to walk, and that would be, I guess, more strategic, because you could actually push and pull and do sort of your fights like that, where like, okay, we just wiped, they're 2 down, or oh wow, they're 3 down, let's push forward while we know that they are on their respawn and having to walk back. Because this game probably, I don't want to say would have ended differently, but they would have captured that boss in the middle because me and several other people spawned in the middle, and they would have captured that tower to the top left because we spawned there. And it's not like I picked it, it just put me there. And so it's very, very unfair spawning, in my opinion. Again, it helped me and my team, but I still like to play the game that is fair. That would be interesting to see a rendition where this game mode is set up like that, where you actually do have to walk back all the way from the beginning. All right, we pick up another kill there. I'm just trying to stay alive. I think I even make it to yeah, I actually do end up healing, and then this Blood Knight decides to do some damages, and then we actually end up winning. I did do a ton of damage there with my teammates, so he probably would have died. But yeah, that's going to do it. I mean, it was my first ever game mode. Not a lot of action because, again, less players and a lot of movement required. We did get some pretty lucky spawns, so I ended up going 4, 2, and 6. Not bad all together. Honestly, 2 deaths, 4 kills, 6 assists. I want to say some of my assists didn't even count, but that's fine. And then I was able to pick up a bunch of these weekly tasks, win a match, and then I was able to pick up one at the bottom. And that's basically it. Honestly, this game mode is very, very good, right? So I really appreciate this game mode. I think there's little things that we can do to min-max it and make it even better, but all in all, I'm actually very impressed with this game mode, and I feel like the Blood Knight is a good addition to it. And I actually do like the 8v8, but I would like to see the spawning be a little different to make it a little bit more fair and less random. Let me know what you guys think about the new game mode in the description below, or in the comments below, rather. And like I said, the only other thing I would mention about this game mode is that I would like it not to be time constrained, or at least have a bigger final window from, like, instead of 8 to 10 p.m. server time, like 8 to midnight. And that could be like power hours or whatever, but I literally could, even now, I couldn't play if I wanted to, so I had to pre-record the video and then edit it, and here we go. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and until next time, lock it in.